stats for this thing messed up because it didn't pick up anything. So I gotta go out there and do this. So let's do this again, but this time I'm gonna do it faster to point, and I'll explain it for later. Cause yeah, it was up to here this right here, and then it kind of just stopped for some dumb reason. So I'm gonna explain them in the very simple way known to mankind, so that y'all can be up to speed. Cause I refuse to do this all over again with me talking all over. D tier, cause I just think that he does not fit better at all. He just dogged on, but majority of the time, I said he could be at really good, like middle B, if not very high C. Only because of the fact that he does not have the best movement, but his betas is pretty good and his old alphas is pretty good. Now, if it was back then, I would say he would be in the higher end of B, because if he had that little ice thing that makes it stick the entire time for a while, or it froze for a long period of time and then cooked up, then I would say that he would be really high B to a very low A. But for right now, he's just really good B tier. Deku, I think, is the very friendly, neutral character that you just gotta know how to play him really good, have a little skill with his alpha, be really good at his gamma for movement or combos, and you're good. I think you're fine. Momo, she has a shield buff and stuff. The alpha gamma is just, the meta doesn't favor her as much. And if her cannons had good damage like it did before back then I think I'd put her at low A still, but it is what it is. Dinky, I'd say could be at high B, if not very low A. I put him at low A, but I could put him at B a little later if some people need it. Same with Bakugo and same with Froppy. But I've mentioned that I think Froppy is the more annoying of the bunch, and I would think that low A would probably suit her a lot better. Momo can pretty much do whatever he wants, or takes whatever he wants, as long as he has alpha, beta, or gamma, and prays for the best. That's only hits him when he does gamma. Other than that, he's pretty much going to be the same as usual. Ida, pretty much the same thing as Froppy, but slightly more annoying though. And has a Super Burst cooldown. Pretty much. Strike Deku, I said, was a lot better than this Deku. It has a good alpha and good beta. His gamma's okay, just depends on how you make it. So Uraka, I said, this one is weaker than this one right here, only because of the fact that even though she has a TOD, I don't know if she still has it anymore though. But this Uraka right here can do a lot more getaway options and can get out of there quicker and faster. So Todoroki, he still has that gamma problem where he can do a few little melees and then hit a beta and then be annoying. Same thing with Dinky. Dinky has really good gamma that can go out there and get him out of the jam. Beta is a good defensive tool, and then he can just sit up there and hold alpha and just spam the entire time and win games like that. That's pretty much how Dinky is. Uraka, pretty much like I said, good a lot of tools and everything else over there. Strike Kirishima, which could actually be right here actually. Good rock damage that does a lot. Alpha Beta still has his movement. Once he gets his movement nerfed a little bit with his Alpha Beta thing, I honestly think that he'll be still around where I put Kendo at, which will probably be a very high A, if not very, very low S. Because I think that anyone with a good counter into a thing that does a lot of damage is a little crazy. But yeah, that's what it is. Rapid Bakugo, I said S tier, just gotta need a lot of skill to play him. Go from there. And Rabbit Echo, I think, is just brain dead. I think we all agree with that. Alright, now let's get to the other ones now. Give me a second. Sorry, okay, we're here. Okay, so we now have Assault Kendo. Assault Kendo, in my opinion, if I have to pick an option or pick an answer, I think B tier kind of suits her. But I know a lot of people will say high C. I understand. But I think if you know how to use her a little decently, I think B tier is good enough for her. And I would probably say that she's in that weird range of this B tier. Because Kendo can kind of counter a lot of these people. Unless they go really up close and they go for a melee and other stuff. But other than that, I think this Kendo is just really good though. Now Strike, however, is a lot better than that one. And I would honestly say that if she's not low S, I think high A very suits her. And I think high A, because she's not no, loser or nothing when it comes down to her combos though. She still can do her combos and hit that gamma along with that. I'm just gonna do you honestly. But yeah, I think low S, if not high A, would suit her. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm really really tired though. All right, so let's get this out the way. Abara, I think is really good. I think high B suits her as well, but you can definitely say low A if you want to. I could, you know what? I might give her the low A. I might give her low A. Good special action, good alpha, good beta, and her gamma has a little HPGP thing if it goes down to it. Definitely think around here is fine. Mirio. Now, of course, Mirio kind of gets countered by Abara a lot, but we're gonna put him here. He has great movement and stuff. It's just that his health just needs to be up a little bit, and I think he'll be okay. Tech Mirio, I think Tech Mirio. It depends on like which one it is, but honestly, Tech Mirio is more of the team player. Will help out stuff. He's just really annoying to fight if you're going up against a really good one. But most times they'll think you're going to go for a hit, and your game is kind of going to be a mess, or it's going to be hit or miss. This is how it is. But I think we could say he could be an S tier, because I definitely think, okay, if we're talking about movement wise, I think Tech Mirio is not the best. That would be Rapid Mirio, because he has the best movement compared to Tech Mirio. But Tech Mirio could just be really annoying to fight if you don't know how to deal with them. So I'll say around here though. But like I said, he can be around the high A's as well though. But as long as he's around better than I guess Rapid Mirror, then it's fine. But I think I have a lot more fun with Rapid Mirror than Tech Mirror. That's just me though. But like I said, either he's gonna be here or he's gonna be here. So y'all take your pick on what y'all want to say about that. Because like I said, a lot of these people could be interchangeable. Like, you could say that Technic could be at low S. You could definitely say Tech Mirror could be around low S, if not high A, so on and so forth. That's just how it is. Nedgerate, I think Nedgerate could be, I want to say she is high B, like really high B. But she can be low A though. But I think Nedgerate could be around the B tier. And I think whenever her quirk set comes out, her quirk set's going to come out, I think that she'll be okay. It's just that she's going to be more of a team player. And if you play a team player, then I think she'll be an A tier. That's just how I feel. I don't know if she'll be S tier or not. We'll see how that goes whenever I get her. Now, Tamaki, I think Tamaki can be around that A tier. It's just the fact that no one really plays him like that, which is, I guess, kind of fair. That's just how it is. So, Shinso has not been getting a good end of the spoon lately. But I'm gonna be honest, I still think he's still good. It's just he's not as great as he used to. So honestly, if you want to say high B or low A, it's fine. I think I'd put him at low A. Like very low A only because of that fact though. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. So All Might, I'm gonna keep the buck with you. He definitely C tier. I'm gonna keep the buck with y'all. He is C tier. He is the worst of all the All Mights. And I've played him. He's my main. That's what makes it sad. I play him. I main him. But I play a lot of the characters for challenges stuff. And even with this season now, it's so hard for you to play him in ranked. And I'm in expert rank now, by the way. Keep that in mind, I'm in expert rank. And it's really hard. Now, of course, I'll still get my points. Like, I'll get by 1,000 points, if not 2,000 points here and there. But it's just really hard to play this guy and think you're going to have a good time. Because it's just really hard to play him. It's 100% just really hard to play him. His alpha just needs to get his buff back. Just give his alpha back the same way. But I think just give his health back, and I think he's fine. Slightly, but not that much though. And make his gamma at least competent, because I swear, every time I go for a gamma and they just melee me, it just stops instantly. Like, how is my gamma getting stopped by a simple melee? Which kind of takes me off. Even with acceleration, that takes me off. But yeah, fix that. I think All Might will be slightly better to around B, in my opinion. Rapid All Might, now, we all can agree that he's S tier. We can all agree that he's S tier. Especially with the movement buffs they've been giving that man, yeah, he is definitely S tier. Now, it all depends on if you think that he's better than some other characters, but yeah, he definitely is up there. He's definitely up there. Tech All Might, I think, is one of the best characters in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tech All Might, I think, is the best character in this game that we have. Unless you want to say, like, some other character in particular, but I definitely think that he's definitely the best out of everyone. I don't think I need to explain them. Like, he has his beta melee strings. He has his alpha that's pretty good, which I think they nerfed his alpha. Well, at least the burn damage over time for that. And then his gamma is just pretty good as well because it just pushes people back as well. So you have that. sorry, I'm trying to close this ad. Can I please close this ad? I'm sick and tired of this ad, bro. No, I'm just gonna shut up. The same just get face, whatever. Aizawa is definitely around that A tier. Like if you go up against like that a good Aizawa, them Aizawas that chase you the entire time, I think he could be an S tier, honestly. He could be an S tier. If you go up against a really good one, even though it's just like a solo thing, if it's just 1v1, that Aizawa's dog you like, I want to say 80% of the time, if he knows how he's playing or he knows how to play. That's just me. And team game wise, yeah, he's pretty good at, to cook with. So hey, I'll say it S tier for him. Now I don't know where I would put him in S tier, but I'm gonna say just put him in S tier somewhere. But y'all let me know how far y'all think he is, unless y'all would think he's high A, which is fair. But I think just I was just really good in general though. President Bike, I think A tier suits him. I don't think he's, buster or nothing, but it's just not a lot of people play him, so he's not gonna have a lot of fun in the spotlight. So not a lot of people play him. But he's still good though. He's like really good. It's just not a lot of people play him. That's just how that is. Semenos is definitely around A tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's just better than Ibarra by some good amount. So I want to say that he could be around here. I want to say around here somewhere. Because I think Semenos is I think one of the best supports in the game, unless you want to say Kirigiri can be. We're not going to talk about Nedre because we don't know about how good Nedre is going to be until we see her. So we're going to ignore that one. But Semenos is just a really good support character if you know how to play him right. Strike Endeavor, I'll be frank, I'll say high C. I'm going to be honest, I'd rather play Strike Endeavor now than playing Assault All Might. And that's sad to say, but hey, I kind of just have that feeling. Because I think Tech Todoroki is just a lot better, in my opinion, than Strike Endeavor, even though he has movement. But yeah, that's just my opinion though. But hopefully, Strike Endeavor gets slightly a little bit better. So Endeavor, I still think he's not S, but I think he's still around that A tier though. He's still annoying, but he's kind of just there. He's just kind of just there though. But he is still really good though. This Hawks, being honest with you, I'm putting him at C. Now the only reason I'm putting this Hawks at C and not D tier with him is because he has a lot more movement compared to him. And at least he can at least do some movement, do a little damage, and then back away compared to other people. So honestly, I might want to put him a little above right here. But I still feel bad for Kirishima though, and the other four down here technically. Strike Hawks, he's definitely around high A if not S tier. So we're gonna put him, I want to say around high A, but he can be an S tier though. But there's a lot of characters that's definitely an S tier or that should be addressed though. But I'm gonna put him at high A for the time being because I think he's just really annoying, but he's good at the exact same time though. Mount Lady, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Mount Lady has just got the rough end of the stick lately. But honestly, she always keeps getting the rough end of the stick because a lot of people like playing her, which I don't know why they keep doing this where they just keep fumbling Mount Lady. We didn't want her to be a, big merchant girl the entire time. We wanted to at least keep her combos. Now, some people might be bad about the combos, but I'd rather see a Mount Lady with skill going up there hitting them combos out there rather than just, just seeing her go big and then just try to beat up people. And she's gonna most likely get beaten. Anyone with a common sense of a brain is gonna go out there and beat the dog out of her when she just goes special action and just try to kill her. That's just me. Or if you're All Might, this All Might right here, you can just go out there and just melee and do a gamma. You can just literally do a gamma, and then she literally goes down, which is kind of crazy for some reason, but he can do that, and she just can't do nothing about that. Next one, Shigaragi. Shigaragi. Oh, with Shigaragi, I'm gonna be honest. It's really hard for him to cook as greatly. Because this Shigaragi, I think that he's just B tier. I think he's one of the best ground characters in the game. One of the best in the game. Because I think any other ground character, let's say Kendo or Momo or by some chance, let's just say Todoroki or something. I think most times Shigaragi's going to dominate him. If he's in an area to himself, just throws a beta out there, protects himself, heals, he's really hard to beat unless like you just have a way to hit through walls like your tech Shigaraki or something, which we'll have to talk about when we get to it. Assault Shiggy, I think Assault Shiggy, if you know how to do his combo, he's definitely around A tier. And I know he does a lot of damage if you hit that right combo right. He's very annoying to deal with. But the question is, so I think that Strike Deku is better or Assault Shiggy? And I might say slightly Assault Shiggy, but only, you know, Deku has that little special action to pick people up, which I think technically someone has it, so it doesn't matter. Tech Shiggy 100% is at here. He's brain dead as well, and they need to fix his hitbox. And what I'll do is I'll have like my opinions on what they should do with certain characters in a little later. But yeah, his hitbox and his beta, that alpha hitbox is crazy. That beta hitbox is ridiculous, and his healing, in my opinion, is crazy overworked too. I'm not gonna lie to you. They gotta fix that. All for One is A tier. I think he's definitely A tier if you know how to play him. So I definitely would say A tier. I'll put him right there beside Monoma. Assault, All for One, I think is at B tier. Like high B and not high B, I would say very low A. I think that this one is slightly a lot better, but they're both good either way. I'll say it like that. But I'll put him at the very low A though. But I definitely think he's like high B. For most other ones, I do be seeing, but I definitely know he's like around the A tier. Dabi, yeah, Dabi's not in a good spot either. He's really not in a good spot. But he's just slightly better than Kirishima to some degree, just very slightly. Just very slightly, only because he has traps and he can just bait people with traps and then they have to get to him. With Kirishima, he's just kind of out there and he's just going to get beat on the entire time. Strike Dabi. I know a lot of people have been saying Strike Dabi is not really good this season, which is fair. I'll be fair. Oh my goodness. I'll be fair when I say that. But I honestly think that Strike Dabi can be around B tier somewhere. I want to say he's definitely around B tier somewhere. I don't think he's A tier anymore, but I definitely think he's like B tier, and he can potentially be C tier. Everything's good. Everything's good. Okay, I have to make sure the recording is good, and let me see. Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me good? Okay, perfect. Okay. Make sure. But I know a lot of people are saying that Strike Dabi is a lot worse than even like Strike Endeavor. And let me say my opinion. Let me say this in my opinion, because I know someone's going to say it. I know it's going to be in the comments somewhere. Let me say this. I understand that Strike Endeavor has an okay-ish alpha. His beta is pretty good. That's his main tool, and his game is a little I do agree with that. And the Strike Dabi with his gamma, and then he has his alpha. So if you're gonna go out there and do gamma and do beta with this guy, and then say that he sucks because of that, that's kind of a you issue. Now, if you're saying it's because his alpha doesn't do a lot of damage like it used to, I understand your point. I 100% understand your point at that point. But I just slightly think that Strike Dabi is slightly a little better than Endeavor. Now, if you know how to play it smart and wise with him, he could be at B tier potentially. But it's just, I'm kind of there with it. That's just me though. But I think that you could definitely say that Dabi is probably like second worst, if not maybe the main worst one. If you want to say that Strike Endeavor and or Strike, well, I'll say slash Shigaraki, because Shigaraki can't do nothing against Endeavor, which is fair. So you know what? So people might say, you know what, he would beat you. You know what? Here's what I'll do for y'all. I'll let you have this one. I'll let some of y'all have this one. I will let Strike Endeavor get up here. I'll let him be up here. In my opinion, I'll let him be up here. Because that is a fair point. I know someone's going to complain and say, oh, but he can't, what can Shuki do against this guy? That's fair. And what is Strike Endeavor going to do against, some other characters? Which is fair. So yeah, that's fine. I'll have him at B tier here, but hopefully he gets a little bit more better down the line, just slightly, but I'm not too mad about him though. Alright, keeping it going though, which, hey, I know someone's gonna complain about him, and he'll be like, oh, he's definitely around there, and I'm telling him to look at the list fully. But yeah, Toga. I got no respect for anyone that's out there exploiting the bugs to beat people up and ranked it or unranked. But if you're doing it to show and just show people that there's so many of these bugs out here for Toga, that's fine. But honestly, I think this Toga can be at high B, if not low A. And we have too many at A. I mean, it's like so many good characters out there. But I think that low A, if you know how to use the... Oh my goodness. Alright, y'all, we're back. But yeah, I think low A is a good spot for Toga. So we're gonna put Toga around this spot right here. Let's just put Toga around this spot, around low A. I think she can be a Midas, but I think her other counterpart is a bigger Midas, which is Rabbitoga, and I think that Rabbitoga can be around here. And could potentially be an S tier, but I think there's just a lot of other better characters though. But if you know how to use her combos and stuff along with other people's combos, then yeah, she's definitely a problem though. But I think her beta was just some straight up AIDS. I'm not gonna lie to you. Back in her day, but hey. Twice, yeah. I'm gonna be honest when I say this. I think that Twice is the worst, and I mean the worst character of all My Hero Ultra Rumble as of this season. I think he has just got the worst beating out there. Because here's my thing. With Kiri, he just gets punch him in the face, and he just gotta take it. A Jump Gamma, what's he gonna do against Kirishima? About nothing. And Dabi just gonna throw his traps out and beat the dog out of him. Twice really has nothing going for him. His Gamma, or his Gamma Alpha combo is gone. His Gamma Alpha Beta combo is gone. All he really can do is Gamma Beta, or Gamma and then Beta, run away, throw some alphas out there and hope the clone hits him, and then keep going from there. And it just feels kind of rough to play Twice. Like, I understand people don't want to play Twice because Twice just buns. I think he's the worst character in this game so far. And I feel bad for y'all Twice mains out there. If you're a Twice main, or Kirishima, or Dot main, I apologize for y'all. I respect y'all a lot more than the other people out there playing the other characters. Compress, I want to say is around a high B. But he can be low A, but like I said, we need some more characters on B tier, and I think he's a perfect example of someone that can be a B tier along with that direct. We don't need to explain too much about his special action good. His alpha got adjusted slightly to be nerfed, which is fine, and I'm happy with that because I'm so tired of getting hit with the compressed stun, and I'm just sitting there just happy, like, yay, the entire time. Kirigiri, I think, can be around A tier. And these two, I'm putting right beside each other because I think they're like right there close to each other when it comes to what they do. Just one just takes control of the air. Well, I guess technically both of them control the air. This one controls the ground game in the air, one controls the air and ground sometimes. And again, S tier, no debate about that. Just her resurrection supposedly is bugged, but yeah, she's just so annoying to go up against. I'm not gonna lie to you, she's just so annoying to go up against. So honestly, I'll say that One For All Deku is better than her only because of the fact that his Gamma just hardcore counters her Gamma cheese the entire time. So hey, I gotta respect that. And then Tech Shigaraki can just do beta and then just beat the crap out of it again and still get Armored All Might. So a lot of them just kind of just jump her the entire time. So yeah, Lady again, I definitely think it's at that top spot. Now two more characters, and that is Overhaul, and I'll be honest with you, Overhaul can be around B tier somewhere. I'll say that Overhaul can be around right here. I think B tier is kind of fine for him. Now, Tokiyami, I'll be honest, some people are going to say he's balanced. I think he's around that A tier. I think, okay, let me say it like this for people understand. With Tokiyami, I think he's the example of like, he's still good. It's just the fact that there's so many other broken characters that not a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, he's broken. Because there's these people that exist. Or that these people are out here doing whatever they want to do. So it don't really matter how we feel about him. He seems more balanced compared to others. He has a good shield, and if you play him with acceleration and just do melee cheese, not a lot of people cannot really do much because literally you just gotta sit there take it. Unless you're Rapid Deku or anyone with super armor with their moves, then you can do something maybe. But other than that, you can't really do too much against this Tokiyami. That's just me. But I think Tokiyami is definitely around that A tier. I definitely think that he could be around. He's definitely A tier. I don't think he's S tier or nothing, but I definitely think he's at that A tier spot. Maybe around here, potentially. Maybe around here, potentially. And Toga, I guess if you want to put her here, that's fine. But honestly, I just kind of have him here just to have him here. As long as y'all agree that they're around these type of tiers, that's fine. I don't really care. Because I think the only thing I think people might question me on, which if y'all question me on this is perfectly fine. You might question me on Shigaraki, that's fine. You might question me on Maybe Izawa slightly, but I mean, it's iffy. It's understandable. Not Tech Shiki, but Tech Mirio, Izawa, and maybe next to Shiki. Like I said, maybe y'all might question me on those. But the other ones I mentioned that could be an S tier, I said could be an S tier or high A, just depends on how it goes. But yeah, y'all, that is it for the list. Now if y'all have any opinions or questions on why I put Mediterranean I have, I'll let y'all know. I mean, most of them I think people understand why I have met the tier I have met. Well, majority of them. I think the only one that might question it is potentially maybe like Ida, because not a lot of people play him, same person Mike, but just because they're not played a lot does not mean they're not good. Like Present Mike, for example. Let's keep it up when I'm saying stuff. But Present Mike is the example of a golden character. It's just that fact that not like you play him because he's just not all that great to other people, but he's still annoying and good to go up against. With Beta, Gamma, and stuff. And I'll be honest, not a lot of people play him at all. Like, look, I'll be honest, there's a lot of people that I see that don't be getting played like that. Twice don't get played like that. Assault Kiri doesn't get played like that. Tech Dabi, I'll see more Tech Dabi than a lot of other characters though. Mount Lady, I barely see her. Assault All Might, I don't think I've seen not one person play him except one person in ranked. That was it. Anyone else in unranked? I've never seen it. In ranked after that, never seen them. Hogs, I've seen a few Hogs out there. Tech Todoroki, barely see them. Assault Deku, I rarely see them, but I might get two here and there. On a very, very rare occasion. Strike Dabi, I'll see a lot of them. I'll see a lot of Momo. I'll see a lot of all these other characters in particular, other than Present Mike. And that's the crazy thing about it. I'll see all these other characters other than Present Mike, and I don't think I see a lot of Rapid Toga or Tech Toga lately. But other from that, I see a lot of every other character known to mankind. I'm being honest when I say that. But yeah, y'all, I'll rest my case on that. But like I said, if y'all have any questions or have an opinion about something, let me know. Because 100%, look, it's like a discussion thing and me talking about it. Because I'd rather, y'all let me know, get some interaction with this. I mean, hey, some people can change. I mean, some people might turn a little tier list, but hey, I mean, things happen though with it. So this might be subject to change. This happened around this 28th. Yeah, 28th of January. So I think once it hits Thursday for me, so that's like a tomorrow for me, I should be able to get my figurine and stuff. So y'all will get a figurine, like check it out and stuff, because like I have these other figurines out here, which I'll show them out whenever I get the other one out. But yeah, y'all, peace and love y'all, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I'll explain more about them if y'all want me to on the chat thing or another video explaining them. But yeah, peace and love y'all. Peace.